Good morning, good morning. I wonder if it will let me share. Possibly not. Right, good morning. I'm not letting you see me this morning because I haven't even brushed my hair. But one thing I have done is I've been practicing some Scarlatti. Now let's get this set up. This is just a little bit of a whim because I'm just doing a bit of practice this morning, kind of inspired by some Andras Schiff masterclasses I was watching yesterday. And I'm working on some Scarlatti. So I just thought I'd do a really quick 5-minute live and just kind of explain what I'm doing and how. And I'm working on, because as any musician will tell you, practice is not playing through things. Okay, so it's working very specifically with a specific intention on different things. So I'm working on this little bit in the middle. It's 4 pages long, and I'm working on this little bit in the middle. And don't worry if you don't read music, because I'm trying to explain what I'm up to as I go along. And yes, I'm working on an electronic piano. This is simply because of my neighbours. So I have been working with the headphones. Okay, so I'm going to just sort of play this section. I have been working on it a little bit, but I'm going to explain what's going on in this section. This is the bit I'm doing. I'm going to do it under speed, a little bit on the slow side. Let's turn it up so you can hear. Now, it will go a lot faster than that, a lot faster. And I have already been working on this morning. This is not, I'm not coming to it blind. I've got fingerings written on, which is one of the first things that you should do. So you know exactly what you're doing. You do the same thing every single time. So let me tell you what I'm trying to achieve with this at the moment, what I'm trying to achieve. So one thing I've got here, in the left hand, I've kind of got this little cello line that goes like this. But they're not, of course, they're all those notes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 notes, but they're not all equal because they have a direction. So I'm trying to think about them being detached and staccato. Not staccato, but just non-legato, not smooth. And I'm trying to get them to, I'm thinking I need to lead it to that note. Just watch as I come to that note. Wrong fingers. Here it is. Then it continues. So it's got that sense of forward momentum with the correct fingers. And here it is. Which would be fine if it was on its own, but of course it's not. Of course it's not on its own. We've got the right hand as well. In the right hand, we've got this going on. So there's quite a lot of different things going on. You've got, first of all, this kind of top line, almost like little violins. Bum, bum. So you've got in octaves, and it's rising. And then you've got, oops, which I haven't worked on yet, so it isn't even. Deep and crisp and even. Oh no, that's a Christmas carol. So, but I haven't just got that. Look, because we've got this, and then this little sort of dance figure. And I've got to combine those in one hand. So I've got So I'm going to slow it down because I'm trying to do it too fast here, of course. My hands aren't ready for that yet. And because it's rising, I'm wanting the listener to hear that, and then rising. And I'll come to the scale in a minute. And then I'm going to try and combine them. So I've got the little violin tune and the little dance figure all in one hand. See how quickly I've got to move between them. something different there. I've actually been doing a little bit of practicing the movements. I've got to move really quickly. It's a bit like I was talking to one of my pupils yesterday about controlling a football. You know, when I ain't no footballer, but you know when a football comes towards you and you've got to kind of control it before you pass it back, or sometimes you do. It's a similar thing. Got to be there before I play. Otherwise, if you don't, you can splash. And then, of course, you've got to put those together. And then you've got this little figure at the top. Just a little scale. Sounds so innocuous, doesn't it? And you've got at the end an appoggiatura. It means kind of leaning, and it's a dissonance which is resolved, which is really hyper, super expressive. So there's a musical element here. You've got the, it's like a sigh, it's like a sighing figure, which you've got to try and communicate. There's a technical aspect to this. I'm just trying to sort of go through what a musician is thinking about when they're practicing. And you'll see how complex it is. And this will last about 2 seconds in performance. And then look what you have to do to think about it. And hopefully you can see that my wrist is rising. So there's a technical aspect to doing this. So if I'm trying to get this this scale figure even, well, yeah, hopefully I've been practicing my scales. Actually, I've been a bit rubbish recently. I really need to. You hear the sound wasn't right there. It was too quiet. And it's a falling figure, so it also needs to phrase down. It needs to phrase away. Yet in control of those notes. They're not quite as even as they need to be, so probably what I'll be doing is a little bit of different rhythms practice. And then a different rhythm. You hear a splash there. Or a different one. The different rhythms is that you're putting emphasis on different notes. And not just the same ones, not just... I need to do loads more on that because you can hear that they're not even yet. They're not equal. Also staccato. And then I'm not thinking about the appoggiatura at the end. See how complex it is. See what goes into this. Let me just show you. I'm still playing it under speed. Violin notes, wrong fingers in the left hand. And those are just some of the things that we're thinking about as we're practicing. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars out of... Oh, let's do an average about, I don't know, let's say about 100. No, by no means done. It needs to go a lot faster. Right, have a laugh, this will be wrong. Somehow by the skin of my teeth I got through it. It was not quality though. Anyway, I'm still not showing you my face because I haven't combed my hair. But I just wanted to share with you some of the processes that you go through, and my point kind of being that you can look on YouTube, of course, and you can follow tutorials and you can work out how to play things, but music is so much more than just the notes. It is so much more, and it takes musicians years and years and years of training and listening. The music and the listening comes before everything. So I hope that was interesting. I hope that was useful. You're probably just having your croissants and coffee. I hope you are, at least. Anyway, go and enjoy your Sunday. Thank you so much for joining in. If you think this might be of use to anybody else, then please do tag them in it, or do help me by sharing and liking my posts. Your support is so much appreciated. See you.